What's good, my link? Welcome back to another lovely, beautiful, sexy, amazing video of the equally lovely, equally beautiful, equally sexy, and equally amazing LiTTyENT. I already know what time it is. Now let's go. Now, firstly, I want to apologize for being gone for so long. I've been so busy. I've been ill. There's just been a multitude of different things that have stopped me from dropping. But I'm back and I'm better. And I want you bad as ever. Word to Bryson Tiller. Now guys, today we're going to be talking about the power vacuum that is currently festering in the UK and why the UK crown is now J Hus's for the taking. And we're going to break this down in way more detail. But already know what you got to do. You just got to like, comment, subscribe so you're up to date and just drop a banger like this one. And hit that note because you're in the nitty, so you can be the first to know when one of these videos comes out. And without further ado, let's get straight into it. Now, if you didn't already know, there is currently a power vacuum for the UK crown in music. I think it's safe to say that there are now 3 viable contenders for the top spot in the UK. And I'll explain why they have got it, but they kind of haven't got it at the same time. Of course, let's start with Stormzy. He's had 3 #1 albums, 2 of which are platinum, and he's got 3 #1 singles, 4 if you include the song he did with Grenfell, and 2 of these are triple platinum. However, what's stopping Stormzy from being the king at this point is the music that he's dropped. A lot of people, including myself, have believed that he's gone a bit too commercial. He's jumped the shark quite a bit with the whole singing thing. And I mean, let's keep it a buck. That last album was absolute garbage.
I'm just saying.
So yeah, the crown is looking a bit shaky on Stormzy's head at the moment. The second person in the running is, of course, Dave. Now, Dave has also had 2 #1 albums, both of which are platinum, 2 #1 singles, and even has a quadruple platinum song in the form of Location. Now, I think we can all agree that the music Dave puts out is pretty solid, more or less. Yeah, there may be some tunes on his albums with less replay value than others, but in general, you don't listen to a Dave song and think this is absolute garbage. So I think in terms of the crown, he might be one of the more viable contenders at the current moment.
Yeah, that's true. Now let's go back to my nigger on the floor.
And then that leads me to J Hus, who is of course gearing up to drop his long-awaited 3rd studio album. In fact, he's even deleted all the pictures on his Instagram, which I don't know about you, but I'm taking that as an indication that it's album time. Now, of course, J Hus doesn't have the same accolades as the 2 aforementioned artists, with him only having 1 album that went #1 and no #1 singles to his name as of yet, even though he does have a triple platinum single with Did You See? I believe that song only went top 10, it didn't go #1. I do think it's safe to say that he definitely makes better music overall than Stormzy and Dave. Well, hold on, actually. Definitely Stormzy, no doubt about that. But Dave, we can argue, you know, in terms of replay value and lyrical quality and melodies and whatnot, Dave, of course, a better lyricist than J Hus by far, but I'd argue that J Hus's music generally has a lot more replay value than Dave music. So there's you can really go back and forth on that point, I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, he's definitely better than Stormzy.
And that's facts, no printer.
Unlike Dave, J Hus has 2 albums that are critically and commercially acclaimed, with Common Sense even being considered one of the best albums of 2017 in the UK. So the way that I see it, if J Hus drops this 3rd album and it's good, I mean, it's really, really, really good.
That's good.
And it goes #1, and let's say he gets a #1 single or 2 out of that album as well, then I think it'll be safe to refer to J Hus as the king of the UK. I mean, at that point, he'll have 2 #1 albums, a #1 single, 3 high-quality albums to his name, and that's an accolade that Dave and Stormzy do not have. Dave because he's only dropped 2 high-quality albums, and Stormzy because, as I said, that 3rd album was absolute garbage.
Bonkers.
I know some people that are going to argue that, well, having 1 #1 single is nothing compared to the 3 that Stormzy has, but I mean, if we really do a deep dive into those #1 singles that Stormzy has, both of those singles were featuring Ed Sheeran, which is basically a cheat code to go #1 at this point. So there's really only 1 #1 single that he has by himself, which is Vossi Bop. So I can't take anything away from him in regards to Vossi Bop. Even the Dave #1 singles are a bit more legit than that, because yeah, he did have Fredo featured on Funky Friday, but I mean, Freda wasn't exactly a household name in 2018, and neither was Dave, to be very honest with you. Yeah, as you can see, there is a clear power vacuum here in the UK, and all J Hus needs to do is make the right moves, drop a fire commercially successful album, get it to #1, and get a #1 single, and he could be the new UK king. At least until Dave drops again. Would like to give an honourable mention to the only person who might be able to stop J Hus from taking that crown, and that is Central C, who of course also has a #1 album now with the release of his album 23. I will say that I don't think Central C is as versatile of an artist as J Hus to pose as much of a threat other than numbers wise. Like, I think Central C music's got as much replay value as J Hus music, if I'm keeping it a buck. In the words of Heady One,
it's a bit of a sticky one still.
But let me know what you think about this in the comment section down below. Who do you think is the real king of the UK? Do you agree with my points? Do you disagree with my points? Let me know in the comment section down below. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. On the road to 2,000 subs, you know what time it is. You can follow my personal IG at the only LiTTyENT. If you care about what I do, I'm not making these bangers for you. I post updates on Twitter as well, so you might as well follow me on there, because what else are you doing with your life? Absolutely nothing, mate. Stay black, and if you're not black, stay whatever race you are. I bet. Peace.
Oh, you ain't know I could sing?